What is going on, y'all? This is Comms Engineering, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install an ambient light kit in a CX5. It's a quick and easy tutorial. I'm going to be showing you from start to finish. Enjoy the video. Today we're going to be installing this ambient light kit on the Mazda CX5. If you've ever seen gaming keyboards or gaming mice that have those colorful rainbow waves and synchronization, this is kind of the same concept. The only difference is that we're just going to put this inside of the interior, all around the interior of the car. As you can see displayed on the box, we're just going to be putting light LED strips wherever we can find crevices in. Now this case, we get the LED strip with the wireless app, and if we turn it over to the back, you can see here it runs off of iOS 6 and onwards, and then Android 4.3 and onwards. You're going to need Bluetooth 4.0 or above. Over here we can see that it's going to be running off of 12 volts and the range is 8 to 12 meters. Then we have the options between RGBW and RGB. This option with the white gives you a better blend between the colors than the normal RGB configurations. So here we have the main controller, a whole bunch of wires. We have the connectors here. Here's the 12 volt connector that we're gonna need to power this entire thing. These are the things that are gonna be pushed into the crevices and the gaps between the car. We've got a pry tool here. Alright, so we got the kit lying down on the ground very neatly, of course, as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to take that flathead screwdriver and we're going to come in here and take this little plastic thing inside of the doorknob. As you can see, it has some sort of gap, and that's what we need to access in order to open this door panel. You come in the bottom, and there we go. As you can see, no damage. Just use enough like continuous force to just pry that thing off. And as you can see, there's this little screw. So the second place of access, let's put them right here. And as you can see, there's another screw hole right there. All right, so after that, we just unfastened these two screws. I know, insane amount of labor. I'm sweating my tail off already. But when you have that unfastened, we literally clip this with your hands. I don't know how it is with other trims, if it's the same exact layout, but there's enough room for us here to literally just pull it out. All it is, it's clipped, so don't worry if you hear like like pops and clicks. That's what they sound like. Oh yeah. And okay, before you take this door panel off, I forgot to show this on the other side. And you're gonna be pulling from here all the way down. But once you get to the side opposite from the side mirror, you don't want to pull this straight out. You want to push up and then out, because the clip on it is different than the rest of them. This one is a kind of like clipping down, but the other ones are just like in a hole. So you can imagine, like, if you pull it out, that's gonna come out. If you pull this out, this is not gonna come out. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and pull it out. If you can see right here, right there, that white thing, all it is just the clip. That's the thing that's popping and clicking out of place. So let's continue. Oh yeah. So here we go. Down clip, instead of like, say for these, are literally just like plug into the holes, which are gonna be these. So that's different. And again, this is gonna be the corner of the car on the opposite side of the side mirror. Here we have the inside of the car. So we got the door handle, cable extension tool. We've got power connectors. These power connectors are going to be primarily for those buttons on the door handles that can detect if your key is near your car or not. So we have two connectors here. We want to actually take this whole thing down. So we have two wires here. Those are the only thing that's going to be that are connected to the actual wire. This is going to be for the this unlock button, and the other one is for the window. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. All right, so here we got the inside of the door panel. As you can see, we've got the main wiring for the door. We've got the one wiring for the mirror. We got the light for the sensor for when cars are coming by to tilt it, These I've already explained. We've got the speaker wire. So the way that we want this to work is this part with the crevices, we're not going to be able to see that when the door is completely closed. So we want to start from having the wired part here to the edge way over there. From inside out. So we're gonna pull this out. This is like a hook clip. So there we go. Now, we're gonna go in right here. However, there's literally no entry. So we're gonna have to drill a hole in this. We're gonna have to make a small hole here because there's literally no way in. So I have a drill bit here, drill with a drill bit, and we want to hit this part because this is the crevice right here. So in slowly. All right, so there it is, right here. I'm gonna try poking the light through, see if it goes in. Nope. Keep on going. Alright. Okay, so now we can start poking it through. We want to make sure the light is coming towards us or facing towards us when we push it through. And angle it outwards. And there we go. Alright, so once that's all pushed through, we can use the pry tool and push that leather back that's been pushed out from the other side. And we can slowly fit this, with our hands. It's gonna be a little bit of excess. Yeah, this is essentially what you want it to look like. Your fingernails to get in there too. All right, that's how it should look like. All right, so here I got a 4-pin connector. This black one, actually, I just unplugged it from one of the control hub right here. It branches out between 5 different LED connections. And this white one was disconnected from that. All you do is pull it out. But we're gonna figure out where to put the wiring on this. And we probably are gonna put it somewhere in the padding of the door. This one is gonna go to the one that you disconnected to. All right. And as for the white one, we want to have this open gap go with these 2 lines as so. If you hear it click in place, then it's connected. All right, so now you have that connected to the rest of the stuff. Now we can just put that back in there and place it where we need to. We want to reconnect this. This is for the gray one. This is gonna be for the your white one. So here we go. All right, there we go. So for the clips, make sure that this clip right here is the one that goes in first, because again, the rest of them are just plain old, just push them through and pull them out, but this one is, you gotta lock it in. So that is gonna lock into this black thing right here. We'll start with that. However, first, you want to put in the door handle to its respective place. And as you can see, there's like this little hook clip that goes into there. Last tip on this, when you're doing this, you might want to have to push in and then push down so that it can fully fasten. Push the rest in. When you're doing this one, you might want to have to push and then push. Make this less of a pain to tangle. We can simply just unclip these and also the white connectors, these 4-pin connectors, so you can differentiate between each and every one. Basically, you'll just have a bunch of these, along with the main power module. And of course the lights. Okay, a lot better now. Got the rest of the LEDs along with their primary connector or the power module, whatever. But first we need to check if this actually turns the LED on before we even get started on the other doors. Ignore my squeaky clean floor mat. I'm just gonna grab one of these 5 4-pin connectors from the power module and connect it to this one right here. So just stick it into one of the 5, it really doesn't matter. But essentially, you have the 12-volt connector into the outlet of your car, the CX5. Make sure the car is on, but connected to the power module. And you should be able to turn it on. And as you can see, it works. So now that we've proven that, we can continue on to the other doors. Before that, we want to make sure we screw in the 2 holes and put the covers on them, like so. And all you do is literally just pull this back and pop it into place. This one too. So same procedure for the other one. Pop it out like so. So unscrew the same 2 bolts and we can start taking the door panel off clip by clip. And you wanna go in from right here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay. So we have just one connector down there. All right, so when you're placing your door down, let's have something down there. You don't want to be like me and scratch it all up on the floor or on the concrete, so let's just put some sort of protection on the ground. Again, this crevice right here, this is where it closes, and you can just see from the edge of the door from here to there. We're gonna have wires coming out of here and the edge of the light way over there. So the drill, you already know the drill. Get it? Because
Father, this guy stinks!
Alright, bro. Alright, that's all you need. A little bit of debris right there, but we'll be able to push that out once we push one of the other light LEDs. So we push that in, but we need more space, so. Push that through. There's a little damage on the leatherette, but we can just push that back in with the pry tool. It's really not that big a deal. Just push that through. First, we got to connect the window rolling down and up. It's going to be that right there. If you're experiencing trouble with the door panel, there's this thing that I'm pointing at right now that is a slidable and removable thing, and you can just adjust that to your need. What you need to do is make sure that this is as close to the window as possible, no gaps. You may have trouble with the door panels, all right? And if you need to, you can take this entire thing out. Okay, so now for the cable management, we're gonna go here and grab the black tip of the 4-pit connector. Mazda has, in the CX5, there's this padding right here. Essentially what we want to do is, there's these little cutouts that they have, and we're just gonna push the tip of this through and out. Just another one, preferably right here. Just gonna feed that through. Start right here. Push it through. So you're just gonna keep on pushing all the way, and you can go ahead along the edge and feel where it is. And mine is about right here. Just gonna push a little bit more. So mine ended up being right about here. It's gonna go ahead, and it is. We can go ahead and pull this a little bit more. So that's gonna be the first, the cable management for the first, or for the driver's seat. Now we want to pull the excess through. All right. All right, so there we go. So the way we want to push this across is grabbing this padding and just pulling it back. And as you can see, we've got a ton of space to work with. Doing this, make sure the wire goes onto this right one instead of this left one, because this left one is going to be pushing up against this metal edge right here to lock in place. Push it up along the edges. All right. You can cut this excess tape off, I just remembered, because all the wiring is going to be through the 12 volt that's going to be running across, and it's not, there's no brains here, so we can just cut it off. I have some electric tape. This is going to be ideal for covering up the end of this RGB. And yeah, again, this is electrical tape. So once you've gotten your door panel settled, you can move on to this one right here. And this is going to be, all you do is just pull this back, and it'll be a gap big enough for you to just push all the way through. So again, for the rear, you want to just run the wiring along the door padding, inline padding, all the way down. And we want to hide that 4-pin connector, ideally inside of this. And then we'll run it under, maybe kind of like somewhere under the floor mat, all the way down. Alright, now you can cover it up. Should be pretty easy. Yeah. Let's see. You still have enough room for the wire for the door to fully open, which is good. You want to tuck that. You want to tuck that in though. Nah, we're good. So the goal with cable management to not see any wire as much as possible. So that's essentially what the goal here is. So we got it under the floor mat. Keep going. There we go. So that's what you're left to work with right here. All right, so I have it to where the wire comes out here and then the tape is here. I didn't really want to do it the other way because the wire would be running like over here. If you modify it in a way where you can, like, I don't know, drill a hole and just cover it up, by all means go for it, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to mess with the dashboard. So I'm just going to run that down and under this chair and just feed it into the power module, which is going to be somewhere in there. All right, so now we've got all of the wires set up. Again, you're going to have to cable manage however you please. I've even got some running through the center console. Don't worry, it doesn't do any damage. So we've got the main power module here. I want to stuff it in between the seats and pull it out wherever I need to. And yeah, now I just need to clean everything and I'll check back with you guys in a bit. So let's start here. All right, and there you have it. You've got a fully set ambient light kit all around. You got the controller, the power module stuff down in there. However you set it up, the important thing is to stuff the 12-volt connector either in here or in here. I've got it here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the car. I'm just gonna go ahead and press this. There we go, turns on. Now I'm gonna show you guys the app. So there's a barcode on the controller that you must scan and it'll take you to the App Store or the Google Play, whatever. And you're gonna download the app. It's called Magic Lantern. And here is the home screen of it. Make sure your Bluetooth is on while you're doing this step. But basically, you've got a bunch of different tabs, adjust, style. So we can go ahead and do autoplay. And that basically just does the RGB autoplay. You can set it to whatever color you would want. Just go out of the app and put your phone down and it'll stay like that. Or if you're out of your app, because it will stay like that. So we've got the styles tab, you got RGB, yellow, a bunch of different presets. Just scrolling through them right now. Got a music tab. This is not music that you can add, but the thing that's cool about this is that it has this mic feature and you can do the phone mic, and as you can see it's reacting to my voice, and I could prove this. There you go, it's just reacting to the sound of the mic of the phone. However, we can see that there's an extended mic, and this gives you a bunch more configurations. If you want to play music, you can choose between these different types. Play some Dead Mouse, for example. And as you can see, the light is reacting to the sound of the song. As you can see right there, it's kind of going up and down, reacting to the bass and the beat. And you can change that spectrum. There's also another one. See what rolling is. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is probably my favorite feature about the app so far. I'll probably go with this one. And you have a schedule button, so this can be, I don't know, for if you want to schedule like how many times a day it turns on and whatnot. I haven't used this before, but this is also a feature. Alrighty, and that concludes the installation video for the ambient light kit. So if you guys want to see more car videos, then let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.